Well, if you suspected that this whole fight between Elon and the Zuck was just a giant trolling PR campaign, congratulations, you're probably right. Billionaires actually smashing each other on the face, well, for the common man, that would have been a dream come true. Because Trollmaster Elon is just totally with the Zuck. So sadly, the battle of the financial big tech titans might not happen after all. Pretty sad. But yeah, it's gotten so ridiculous. Elon is saying he's gonna go bang on the door of Zuckerberg out there in Palo Alto to fight in the backyard. Of course, I'm gonna bang on his door tomorrow and demand a fight. So says Elon. Kind of starting to remind me of fighting in middle school. You know, boys will be boys, and boys, well, some of them will be very stupid. So two of the richest men on the planet, one of them being the richest man on the planet, or maybe the second richest. It's a real bummer because I was really hoping that this would be real. That I would get to see the 50-something-year-old Elon potentially smash the Zuck in the face and vice versa. Who wouldn't want to see that? But sadly, even the Zuck is starting to realize that, hey, this whole thing is just a troll scam. A giant troll PR campaign to get under the skin of the Zuck. The Zuck says, I think we can all agree that Elon is not serious. It's time to move on. He's not holding his breath. He goes on to say that he offered and spoke with Dana White to make the fight a real fight, a legit competition for charity, but Elon won't confirm a date, and even Elon saying he needs back surgery, neck surgery. I mean, he's like a 50-something-year-old guy, totally out of shape. It's not, his healing time would take so long. On top of that, such a sensitive area, you know, such a bummer. The Zuck concludes that, well, Elon did ask him to do a practice fight in his backyard tomorrow. So yeah, this is pretty funny. The walrus in the backyard.
Like very, very agile and whatnot. But I was like, let me explain to you why there are weight classes in MMA. I'm going to use a move called the walrus, where I just lie on you and you can't get away.
To make things even more ridiculous, Elon even said more troll-worthy. Elon, of course, doesn't think the Zuck has it in him to win. But trolling him by calling him, given the size differences between the two, trolling him by saying, hey, perhaps the Zuck is a modern day Bruce Lee and could actually somehow win against the much larger Elon. Well, and if you do think this is super stupid, because it totally is, these silly videos between the Elon and the Zuck, well, they're just for the memes. Entertaining. And I wish it would have been real. Well, c'est la vie, folks, c'est la vie. Billionaires actually smashing each other on the face, well, for the common man, that would have been a dream come true. But alas, it was just too good to be true. So the great battle of the billionaire titans, well, is it actually going to happen? I'm actually starting to have my doubts because, well, it just seems too stupid. It almost is too stupid. The back, the forth, unfortunately, it might just all be a PR stunt. But we won't know until they both say that it is. Or they just make it so obvious and they stop teasing us with the hope of them beating each other up. So in this world that is, you know, filled with violence and, of course, stupidity, plenty of it, would this actually happen? On the other hand, it is a valid, time-tested, time-honored way of conflict solving, of conflict resolution. Why not? Let them beat each other up. Now, supposedly Elon is teasing that there's this crazy Colosseum, ancient ruins, ancient Rome location to fight the Zuck. I don't know. It doesn't seem likely. This is just getting so ridiculous. Elon claims that he actually spoke with the Prime Minister of Italy and the Minister of Culture to get permission to fight in ancient Roman ruins. Now that just sounds absolutely over the top, ridiculous, almost unbelievable. You gotta hand it to the guy because it actually brings forth, well, more publicity. Anyways, it seems like it's all in Elon's head, unfortunately, because the Zuck on his own app, Threads, Twitter killer, maybe it actually did kill Twitter because it was rebranded to X. So, I don't know. The Zuck basically kind of tossed a bucket of cold water on Elon's plans because it sounds like it is literally all in Elon's head. The guy may be losing his mind. Anyway, so the Zuck said nothing has been agreed upon. And he went as far as saying he's not holding his breath because even he doesn't believe it now. So big, massive disappointment. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyways, the Zuck is not playing around. He says he loves the sport. He's been ready to fight since the day Elon challenged him. Send me location. But they've actually not agreed on location and date. So what the hell, man? This is kind of a big bummer for us. We're holding out a little bit of hope that these two bajillionaires, these mega rich guys, will beat the hell out of each other. He's not holding his breath. In the meantime, the Zuck is actually pretty serious because he recently he gained his blue belt. So in the meantime, while Elon is basically talking smack and saying all these ridiculous things, daydreaming of fighting, the Zuck has gained a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So good for him. He's also clearly in much better shape than the walrus Elon. But Elon went as far as saying that the fight will be managed by his and Zuck's foundations. Live stream on both X, aka Twitter, and Meta. So while Elon jokes around, plays around, well, the Zuck is super serious, you know? He wants to do it in a way that puts the spotlight on the elite athletes of the sport. The actual athletes of the sport, not two rich amateurs who just, well, getting free publicity. This all seems really silly, but in today's time, these mega social apps, they basically help control, help shape stories, politics, provide information, emergencies. They help shape basically our present modern day society as much as we hate it. So not only is there big money in these apps, but there's also big payout in terms of our culture, where it's going, where it's headed, where it's been. And these guys, basically, they really want to have a say in our culture. And whether we like it or not, that is an extremely powerful and, of course, important position to be in. Scary. Of course, Elon's team accuses the Zuck of basically stealing everything. Copycat. That Threads is a copycat of Twitter. Apparently, even the former UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, of all people, he weighed in on the potential fight. He said that it would be bigger than Muhammad Ali fighting George Foreman, which is, you know, pretty crazy for someone to chime in that fashion. I don't know. So is this promotional stunt getting bigger and bigger? Well, it appears so. So big that the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and now the Prime Minister of Italy have basically started to get involved. So pretty funny. So reading that stuff from the Zuck basically makes you think that, hey, it's all in Elon's head. He's making stuff up. Until I read this from Reuters. Reuters actually quoted the Italian culture minister. So I guess Elon really did speak to the Minister of Culture. Gennaro Sangiuliano said in the statement that he spoke to Elon about hosting a large charitable and historical event, an evocative event. Sadly, that's all they said to Reuters, so no details given. Very unfortunate. But at least it hints that, you know, Elon actually spoke to them. But with Elon teasing all this information about the Italian Colosseum, some ancient ruins, talking to the culture of ministry, nonetheless, maybe Elon is all talk because, well, just a week ago, he said he needed neck and back surgery. I mean, come on, the guy is in such bad shape. He said on August the 6th that I'm getting an MRI of neck and upper back tomorrow. May require surgery before the fight. That doesn't make any sense because neck and back surgery, there's no way that a 50-something-year-old guy is going to fight after that. And if he is, and if he were to fight, it would be like a year. Of course, that's such a sensitive area. You know, it makes no sense. So all this could just be a bunch of BS. And even Zuck said that he suggested August 26th, and Elon did not confirm. Bummer. Big bummer. So no matter what you think, it's a civilized form of war. Men love war. Honestly, the Vegas Octagon would have been more realistic. Now it's starting to just be extreme level 10, ridiculous, kind of clickbaity PR stunt. Well, so yeah, latest update. You never know with these crazy rich guys. Always good to see you guys. Thanks. Peace.
Like very agile and whatnot. But I was like, let me explain to you why there are weight classes in MMA. I'm going to use a move called the walrus, where I just lie on you and you can't get away.